on the upper short. Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here with Mark Crisci of Azul Hospitality. But first, I want to thank our sponsors, Unifocus, technology that drives value. See them at unifocus.com. So, all right, so we're here at the lodging conference. One of the things that we haven't really talked about is management companies and their input on transactions.
Yep.
That's a thing, is it?
It is a thing. So it's a great question, actually. So, and I think what's happened recently with a lot of the, the slow transaction market, management changes have been considered for other reasons. There's been a lot of bank type transactions and those types of things. And so it's been very interesting because management changes are generally very disruptive.
Right.
And so when we get approached about a management change, we dig into the whys and the sensitivities of why, because what you're trying to avoid in a management platform is you're trying to avoid
Making that company a year from now.
exactly, or making somebody else's problem your problem without some strategy to get out of that, situation that they're in.
Interesting.
So it's a very interesting analysis. I think as our platform, evolves, we're not a fit for everybody. We're very, a little bit more selective on who will align with a sponsorship group and an ownership group. So that's been a very interesting, evolution here, especially the last 12 months, watching the transaction market trends, where they're going, seeing where the banking, fatigue has kind of set in, where they're stepping in. So it's a real thing. It's definitely a real thing.
So sometimes when, like, if there's a transaction that occurs, is it common for management to change, or is it 50-50? How does that typically?
I'm not sure there's a set rule on it, but like all I can opine on is like how we handle it. And so when somebody sends us something and says, hey, will you take a look at this? We're thinking about making a management change. We look at it, and if the existing pro formas or the existing P&Ls are good, we'll tell them, hey guys, like your current manager's doing pretty good. Yeah. Like it's about establishing the right expectations and so on and so forth. And if something's broken, we opine on where we think we might be able to do better. But it's just, you want to be very careful, because the management business is tough, especially the last 12 or 18 months has been very, very difficult. So again, it goes back to making sure you can add value, making sure you can institute change that changes the dynamics of, whatever financial parameters are around the deal.
Set the stage for success.
100%.
Now, before we wrap up, I'd be curious as to, give me an instance in your life professionally of something that really scared the heck out of you. You had to really pull it together in order to get it done. And how did you grow from that?
Wow. This is I'm not sure if this will completely answer your question, but early on in my professional career, I had a mentor who passed away, that we built, owned, and operated 45 hotels. And he was a very private individual. And so when he passed, not a lot of our partners knew that he was even sick. So to have to kind of keep that on the rails, keep it together, you had associates, you had a lot of people that, their livelihoods depended on it. So to take a step back and understand how to manage that,
Right.
which not your interest involved, but everybody else's, that was probably one of the most unbelievable learning experiences in my life.
Did you have a moment where you didn't think you could do it?
100%, every day.
Right.
Every day. And then the second is when COVID hit, and I'd lean over and talk to my wife, and I'd like, babe, I'm not sure we're gonna make it. We're running 5% occupancy right now. And she's like, well, I don't know, we'll figure it out. She was my calming,
I love it.
light.
So it was a pretty scary time, and you probably needed that.
Unbelievable.
Or did it? We all. Hey, one other thing you might need, Unifocus. Check them out at unifocus.com. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Is Mark. I'm still Glenn. Hopefully you guys are still you. See you later. Bye.